Alright guys, I'm going to do a 3-game series here against this guy named the Polish Hammer and his Damia deck, as well as a bonus game here against Arcanus 809. So, we're going to start here with game 1 against the Polish Hammer. I'm going to mull this hand away. I keep a hand with 3 lands, a mana rock, candles, and a chain of vapor. Nothing spectacular, but nothing horrible either. He leads off with a Bayou, no Soul Ring. We get a Wheel of Fortune, which is pretty good. We lead off with our candles here. He riffs our candles. We're going to play Talisman and replay candles here. Could have potentially went for Brainstorm instead. He goes ahead and kills our land. Brainstorm's actually looking better at that point, but we're okay with candles here. I'm just going to wheel out and not use my Brainstorm to get a bigger hand. Mox Diamond goes down. We have a land drop for next turn. He goes ahead and Ice Storms us again. We top another land. And we go into Jeleva. And Jeleva hits his Time Warp, as well as Thoughtseize, his own destroy land spells, ramp spells. So not bad hits at all. Time Warp is incredibly nice right now with Recurring Insight. He pretty much has to answer this Jeleva or Insight. And it's going to be tough for him to get both. He'd have to have both answers. He goes ahead and answers the Jeleva. So we're going to go ahead and Recurring Insight. Drawing 4. We get top, Mana Vault, Night's Whisper, and Island. He goes, and I think he kills another land there. No, he takes an extra turn. Takes an extra turn and plays a top. Looks with top at the top. Trying to go off in some way or just get lots of value. Tops again. Flops his top. Plays Courser of Crufix. Recurring Insight rebounds. Mana Vault. Top. Imperial Seal. Top, drawing High Tide. High Tide. Night's Whisper. Untap with High Tide. Intuition. Grabbing Frantic Search. Hercule's Recall and Cabal Ritual. He gives me Cabal Ritual. Top. Finds Desire. And we've got this Pyro up now. And we've hit Grim Tutor. We got our Voltaic Key, and we got Helm, and we got Tutors. And it is over. He goes ahead and packs it in. He would have got Tendrils to death there. So, game 2. Game 2 is the grindiest and longest of the games, and probably the best game of the series here. Decent hand against what I just saw game 1 with the land destruction. He leads with the top, so that's going to be annoying that he gets that again. We go ahead and Thoughtseize him, so we get our Badlands. I go ahead and decide to take Oracle of Moldiah here. I really don't want him to get that card advantage. And if I want to play this Helm for value with Impulse and Night's Whisper, I really don't want him to curve out into that early. But he goes ahead and strip mines right away. Getting our Black Source. Plays a Birds by flopping his top. We get a Lion's Eye Diamond. Play an Island. He goes ahead and activates top. Passes again. We go ahead and Impulse. We take the land. And Sunken Runes. We're going to play our Helm here. Hoping to be able to play Night's Whisper off of this Talisman for 1. He goes ahead and uses his Remand here. Good play. Kills another one of our lands and Brainstorms. We get a Necro. We're going to go ahead and play this Talisman now instead of the Helm. He uses Opt and then tops again. And then flops again and kills yet another one of our lands. We pass on Mana Drain. He casts a Serum Visions. He looks at top again. He casts Demonic Tutor. We go ahead and Mana Drain his Demonic Tutor, giving us 2 extra mana. We're going to use that to cast Helm, that to cast Night's Whisper, play the land instead of Mox Diamond, plays Labman. He plays Grim Tutor. Energy Flux. What a beating. He goes ahead and plays his top again. And now he's going to eat away all of our artifact mana, and he follows it up with Winter Orb, making us really just want to sack these. Luckily, there's not much of a hand. I swing a couple times, and I'm going to see if you can tell why I lose this game. And I make a really subtle mistake here, and it loses me this game here in the end. And it is, I stopped swinging with Labman. I don't know why. Like, there's no reason not to swing with Labman there. That was horrible. I'm going to lose this game because I'm not swinging with this Laboratory Maniac. And I think I'm just playing fast. I'm worried more about my timer and finding a way to go off. But I need to be swinging with this Laboratory Maniac. So he would have had 33 life now instead. Top deck with Cyclonic Rift. You've got Imperial Seal underneath Jeleva. We cast Jeleva with the Lion's Eye Dime by way of bending the rest of our hand because we absolutely had to. We were in desperation. We're going to go ahead and use our Imperial Seal, and we're going to bounce Sphinx, keeping Jeleva in play and hitting for 1. And we should have swung with Labman. He should have been missing 4 life, so he should be at only 30 right now. But I'm not swinging with Labman, and I have no idea why. My Grizzly Bear is not winning me this game, as it should be. Yawgmoth's Will. Couldn't have guessed I tutored that, could you? And why? Because this has a draw spell on it. So we go to kill it. It doesn't actually kill it, because it doesn't have a cost more of it. It's kind of like the difference between a Pyroblast and REB. Except this is blue, so both can be aimed at it, right? But you can still cast it. So I cantrip, and I do hit my land here. So we get a Yawgmoth's Will. Now, if only he had 4 less life. Because as you see here, we're going to Lion's Eye Diamond, into Mana Vault, into Helm, into Talisman, draw off Night's Whisper, Wall Ritual, Petal, see a Grape Shot, don't have the red for it, grab a Mox Opal, play a Mox Opal, Cyclonic Rift his guy, and Tendrils leaves him at 1 life, and I chose not to swing with Labman 2 times for absolutely no reason in this game. Would have been a really good comeback. However, by forgetting something incredibly basic in a one-on-one game, I lose. It's nice to know that I could have won this game with how crazy of an advantage it seemed he had it at one point. And I was just 1 storm away, even with my misplays. But I decide here to pack it in with about 5. I think he kills this land. I pack it in with maybe 6 minutes left, thinking I need to win game 3. And I could have. And I was kind of mad because I could have won this game if I'd simply been swinging with Laboratory Maniac. So we go to game 3. Game 3, I get a play. I'm on my first hand away. Mana Vault with top and a wheel and a Doomsday is keepable. Land off the top makes this perfect. Mana Vault. No top yet. He fetches, He preordains. This makes me just want to wheel because he didn't do anything, and I get to make my second land drop. I get to get a top in play. I get to get rid of the crafting he just did with his preordain. So we go ahead and we wheel out. We hit Force of Will, Notion Thief, Mystical Tutor, and 2 lands. So now we can go get our remaining wheel, which is Twister, to try to close this game out real quick before I timer. And we've got a pitch card for Force of Will and a Pyroblast up. And we have all the lands to do this. So we have an easy line to victory here. So we go ahead and play on our island. He opts. Not playing land destruction this game isn't killing our land, so we're super happy. Because now once we play this island, we know we're going to get this Notion Thief down. We top another land anyway. Play the land with the black. What does he cast? Brainstorm. And we got rid of a sick hand, by the way. Strip Mine, Sinkhole, Demonic Tutor, Thermocast. Caustic Wisps. Not bad either. So we got rid of a sick hand. So we're going to flash on our Notion Thief. He does not respond, though we could have forced, even if he could have. We go ahead and Twister here. He goes with Arcane Denial. We're going to use the Pyroblast just in case he has a Force of Will. Or some other card that could possibly kill Notion Thief for 2. Like if he had, I don't know, any instant speed 2 spell that kills Notion Thief. We could still hit it with Force since it doesn't cover as much, and Pyroblast guarantees it hits this. He taps again. We think we're maybe actually going to have to use his Force, but he's just trying to kill a Mana Vault, which I don't care about. So I hold just in case he somehow has something magical behind that, a pact or whatever. No. And I go Mana Crypt into Helm of Awakening after twisting him. I've got Tutors Galore, another free mana spell, Merchant Scroll, another wheel, my Windfall back so I can wheel out again, and I get to pick my card on top to kill him with. So this game is more than over. Plus I have this out, so I could just go get Future Sight and the game is over as well. I could even just go Future Sight, free counterspell, just in case he topped a counterspell of his own and just win. So those were those 3 games against him. Quite a good player. This is an interesting game I had. I've already vetted this game. It does bug at the end. So I'll tell you what happens. I need to close. Oh, I think I already had it open. Is the problem. So the beginning works out right. This is our hand. We keep top ad nauseum lands. Gush, top of Brainstorm. We're going to lead with the top instead of the Brainstorm. He goes with the Guy's Cradle. I decided to use the Urborg here and activate my top. And I see Mana Drain, Doomsday, and Mind's Desire, so I don't see any lands, and I have no way to shuffle because I'm Brainstorm locked here. But I do have a Lion's Eye Diamond, and I haven't used my Brainstorm. And I do have Ad Nauseam. Now he has an incredibly stupid start. He goes Mana Crypt into Chromatic Lantern into Soul Ring, using my Urborg for his Cradle, and then drops a Bloodghast. So he's got mana for days. And he is also playing Bug, so he's got a good opportunity to draw. These can both tap for blue. Another land can start tapping for more than it's supposed to. Another creature, this taps for more than it's supposed to. And he's got 5 artifact mana in play already. So, we're going to go ahead and play our Blood Crypt here. And we're going to check with top. We see a Frantic Search. So we're going to go ahead and do nothing with that for now. He plays a Consecrate Sphinx. Brainstorm in response. So now we draw this Mind's Desire, this Doomsday, and this Frantic Search. So how are we going to put it down? We're going to put down Ad Nauseam. That's all that really matters because we're going to draw one of them. Ad Nauseam is going to be on bottom. This Consecrated Sphinx with that much mana, we will never get out from underneath. We will lose this game. He does not have the blue open now to counter us, and we have to play like he does not have a Force of Will or anything at this point. And we do not want him to draw them one, so we're going to play around it as much as possible. So we're going to immediately crack our LED, and we're going to use our top to grab ad nauseum. With his trigger on the stack, not letting him draw an extra 2 cards to try to force this ad nauseum, we're just going to cast it right now. I hit for quite a bit here. I hit a Force of Will, Soul Ring, Cyclonic Rift, Tutor, free, and then we hit this Pyroblast, and then I hit a wheel, and at 13, I'm getting a little too low. I'd like to stop here. I'm going to be dealing damage to myself with the spells I have in my hand. I can go ahead and stop him, I think, with the amount of protection and stuff I have. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ramp as much mana as possible to catch up to him. And then we're going to use candles and Pyroblast. And then we're going to ramp yet again this other rock here and keep open too, so that I have Counterspell as well as Force of Will up here. And I'm going to make my land drop, pitching 2 lands, and I get to keep all the good spells in my hand. He plays a Vendilion Click. I do not want him to take my Tutor or my Cyclonic Rift. They're both way too good. He plays a Reanimate. We will force it and ban the Time Twister that we do not need with this Tutor. Now, in the game, I didn't draw another REB here. I drew High Tide, so this is the bug, I think. Either that or I saw it with top when I played top. But I'm pretty sure that was a High Tide. That's why the game is starting to get a little buggy here. A little laggy, because I saw that was a High Tide and just instinctively got Time Spiral, and then just ended up winning. Then I untap here, and I should get double. But as you see, I'm not getting double, and it's not showing any of the blue. So this replay just bugs. But if you click this, or look at the end, it says I won. What I should have done is just got Yawgmoth's Will, because that was a more guaranteed win line here with what I had. That would have been pretty good, because I did draw. In fact, I feel like I did something to get that High Tide. Maybe I used my top. I feel like I played my top, looked, found High Tide, flopped, and then decided to go get Spiral with my Grim Tutor. I'm not sure exactly where this game bugged, but I remember at one point I should have just got Yawg Will and just won the game guaranteed, but instead I get Time Spiral. It does not matter, because I hit Helm and Mana Vault and Hurkyl's Recall, and I'm able to bounce this all back to my hand, and he concedes to Mind's Desire 22 on the stack. So this was a pretty good game as well. He had this incredibly fast start, and we just simply said, okay, we have to all in you here, and we got to use LED plus top to play ad nauseum, which was cool. And then we were able to win on turn, not win on turn, but then get enough advantage to pass, stop him from doing anything on his turn, and then win on the follow-up turn in a very controlling manner. So that was pretty fun. A pretty good comeback, I think. But that's it for these games for today.